Good morning, everyone, and lecturers. My name is Arun, and today I will be presenting the scenario for our project. Our organization is Pinnacle Bank Berhad, a medium-sized Malaysian retail bank. The bank's headquarters is located in Kuala Lumpur, with branch offices in Penang and Johor Bahru. Pinnacle Bank serves approximately 50,000 customers and provides services such as online banking, ATM transactions, loan processing, and other financial services. The bank stores highly sensitive information, including customer account details, personal identification information, transaction records, and employee data. Because financial institutions handle valuable financial assets and confidential information, they are common targets for cyber threats such as phishing attacks, ransomware, insider threats, and data breaches. Therefore, our objective is to design a secure and reliable network and information security architecture that protects these critical assets while ensuring smooth and uninterrupted banking operations. Now, I will pass the presentation to number one, who will explain the proposed network architecture.
Pinnacle Bank Berhad's network is built on a three-tier hierarchical model: core, distribution, and access layers, across three locations: KL headquarters, Penang, and Johor Bahru. At the headquarters, we segmented the network into 6 VLANs to separate departments: VLAN 10 for tellers, VLAN 20 for finance and loan officers, VLAN 30 for IT admin, VLAN 40 for HR, VLAN 50 for the ATM network, and VLAN 60 for guest Wi-Fi. This separation means, for example, guest Wi-Fi traffic can never reach the ATM network or HR systems, even though they share the same physical infrastructure. Our two branches, Penang on 192.168.2.0/24 and JB on 192.168.3.0/24, connect back to headquarters using an MPLS leased line as the primary connection, since MPLS is more stable and private and reliable than a normal internet connection for a bank. A VPN backup ensures that if the MPLS line fails, branches can still securely communicate with headquarters, reducing downtime. This diagram shows how everything connects together. At the top, traffic from the internet first passes through the DMZ, where our online banking portal sits on 10.0.1.0/24, before reaching the Cisco ASA firewall and IDS/IPS, which inspect and filter all incoming traffic. The large blue area represents our KL headquarters on 192.168.1.0/24. Inside, the core router connects HQ to the branches and the internet, while the layer 3 switches routes traffic to our 6 VLANs below. At the bottom, Penang and JB branches connect back to the HQ via the MPLS leased line we just discussed, shown here as the dashed blue lines with VPN as backup. On the right, our SIEM IBM Q radar collects logs from everyday device to detect suspicious activities in real time. And applied across the entire network, you can see we use TLS 1.3 and AES 256 encryption, MFA and RBAC for access control, and CyberArk PAM to secure admin accounts. Together, this architecture protects Pinnacle Bank from external and internal threats while keeping branch communication reliable and centrally monitored.
For the security architecture of Pinnacle Bank Berhad, the main objective of this architecture is to protect the customer information, banking transaction, and internal system from cyber threats. The main goal is so that the banking data remains secure even if one security layer is compromised. By using several protection measures together, the bank can reduce the risk of cyber attacks especially. For the key security components, the first component is a firewall, which acts as the first line of defense monitoring the incoming and outgoing network traffic. It blocks unauthorized access while allowing legitimate users to connect. Next is a virtual private network, or VPN, which provides a secure and encrypted connection for employees or branches accessing the bank system. It also protects data from intercepted over the internet. Next, intrusion detection system. IDS continuously monitors network activity and alerts security teams whenever suspicious behavior or potential attacks are detected. Then it's IPS, which is intrusion prevention system. Not only detects threats but also automatically blocks malicious activities which can damage the network. Finally, encryption, which protects sensitive information by converting it into unreadable data. Next, defense in depth architecture. First, internet passes through the generation firewall where unwanted traffic is filtered. It then moves through the VPN gateway, providing secure access for the authorized users. Next, IDS and IPS will monitor and stop any suspicious activities before they reach the bank system. Only after passing security layers, it will enter the internal banking network where the bank application operates. Finally, all the information will be stored in encrypted databases and servers, adding another layer of protection.
I'm Fadil Moideen, and I'll be covering the threat analysis for Pinnacle Bank Berhad. Being a financial institution with around 50k customers across headquarters in KL and branches in Penang and Johor Bahru, Pinnacle Bank handles highly sensitive data such as account details, transaction records, and personal customer information. This makes us a high-value target for cybercriminals. I've identified 4 major threats that could affect our bank. First, phishing. Attackers send fake emails pretending to be the bank, tricking staff or customers into giving up their login credentials. If successful, this gives attackers direct access to accounts or internal system. To stop this, we use multi-factor authentication, email filtering, and regular staff awareness training. Second, ransomware. This is a malware that encrypts our banking system and demands payment to restore access. This could shut down operation across all 3 locations. Our defense is regular backups, antivirus and EDR tools, and network segmentation. So an infection at one branch doesn't spread to others and then shield. Third, insider misuse. This is when a staff access or leak data beyond what their role requires. Whether intentional or accidental, we mitigate this by role-based access control, so employees only see what they need to, plus audit logs and continuous monitoring. Finally, DDoS attacks, where attackers flood our online banking platform with fake traffic until it crashes, denying service to real customers. We counter this with DDoS protection services, firewall, and rate limiting. Together, these 4 threats target the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the Pinnacle Bank systems, and these mitigations form the foundation of our security strategy. Thank you.
So the overall benefits of the security technology integration is protect customer information, prevent cyber attacks, secure unattached, maintains reliable banking system. So the layer security approach is basically what I was talking before this, like MFA authentication, KL encryption, ADS and IDS monitoring, and all. For the firewall part, firewall acts as the first line of defense of the bank network, which is filter incoming and outgoing network traffic basically. Then the firewall checks the connection request to allow legitimate users to pass through. If hacker or malicious program tries to access another firewall, block immediately. Some key benefits of the firewall including preventing hacking attempts, blocking malware and malicious traffic, or controlling who can access the bank network as well. Next, VPN. VPN creates an encrypted and secure network between different bank branches or remote employees instead of sending data openly to everyone. The VPN also provides secure remote access for employees who need to work outside the main office while still protecting sensitive banking information. As shown in the diagram, the Kuala Lumpur headquarters connects to the Penang and Johor Bahru branches through the encrypted VPN tunnel. This ensures the communication between the branches remains private, secure, and protected from cyber threats as well. Okay, for the IDS, IPS, and encryption part, IDS basically monitors the network traffic, which is that it detects suspicious activities from entering the bank system, and also alerts the security administrator if any type of hacking or unauthorized users access through the bank system, such as the data will be in transit for HTTPS and TLS as well. Next, for IPS, it automatically blocks detect attacks and prevents malware, SQL injection, and ransomware. It also protects internet systems in real time as well, so that the bank system will operate as usual without any description. Besides that, we also have benefits on that because it protects confidential customers' information and prevents unauthorized access even if the data is intercepted. So why these technologies are important? Basically, all these have important functions in making the system work in a very well condition, such as control the filter network traffic, prevent cyber attacks. So each component must work together so that a better system can be developed as well. Okay, for the transport layer security, TLS and VPN configuration. Transport layer security, which is TLS, secures communication between customers and online banking services. It encrypts sensitive data such as login details, account information, and transaction data as well. Uses TLS 1.3 with trusted digital certificates, protects HTTPS connection from eavesdropping, man-in-the-middle attacks as well. So how it works basically, it's customer connects to the bank website, server verifies the identity using certificate, secure encryption key is created, data transfer is encrypted as well. And for the VPN configuration, it provides secure connection between headquarters, branches, office, remote areas, such as before we talk about how it connected between the Johor branch and the Kuala Lumpur headquarters as well. So it uses like IPsec VPN, AES 256 encryption, and IKV2 key exchange. So the remote access protected with MFA and session timer, so it will be easier for the system to run. Okay, for the firewall rules and network protection, which is next generation firewall NTF, it only allows like HTTPS port 443 like for the customer online banking system, IPsec for branch communication, and SMTP for email services. It also blocks like telnet port 23, unknown external traffic, malicious IP address, so that no have intruder alert or like cross devices and cross website manufacturing. Additional security features like stateful packet instructions and application filtering, DDoS protection, network monitoring and logging as well. So the purpose is to prevent unauthorized access, block cyber threats, and protecting the banking system as well. Okay, for the authentication and encryption technologies. For the authentication mechanism, it only authorized users to enter the system. Like we use MFA, which is multi-factor authentication, like password, OTP, and employee may use like smart cards or biometrics as well as advanced features. For the password security, we use like minimum of 12 characters or combination letters of numbers and symbols. And the password expiry date will be around 90 days. So within the 90 days, you have to change the password or not. You have to undergo the next type of verification process. And also the account will be locked if multiple attempts are failed. Next is RBAC, which is role-based access controls. Like customers use online banking, tellers for customer transaction, loan officer for loan system, and ID admin for network access as well.
And if the guest Wi-Fi is compromised, the attacker cannot reach the ATM network or customer databases, even on the same physical infrastructure. So next we have the TLS 1.3 and AES 256 encryption. All the customers' data are encrypted. TLS 1.3 protects the data in transit during online banking sessions, and the AES 256 protects all the stored data. So this is actually required under the Bank Negara Malaysia's RMIT guidelines. So without this, a man in the middle attacker could read customer account numbers and password in just plain text. Next, we have the MFA combined with RBAC. Even if a staff password is stolen through phishing, MFA means the attacker still needs a second factor to log in. So RBAC ensures a teller can never access HR or loan approval systems, limiting the damage of any single compromised account. Finally, we have the SIM IBM QRadar. With hundreds of devices and users, no human team can monitor everything manually. So the SIM automatically collects logs from every device, flags anomalies. For example, a teller account downloading thousands of records at 3 a.m. would trigger an immediate alert. So together, all of these 6 technologies from a layered architecture, the firewall stops the external threats, the IDS, IPS catches what slips through, the VLANs contain any breach encryption, protects data even if intercepted, MFA and RBAC limit the account misuse, and the SIM ensures nothing goes unknown. Hi, I'm Harris, so I'll be discussing about the technology justification based on the chosen technology. So our security architecture is built on 6 core technologies, where each of them are chosen for a specific reason, based on the real threats facing a financial institution, compliance with Bank Negara Malaysia's RMIT guidelines, and the principle of defense in depth, meaning that no single technology works alone. So first we have the Cisco ASA firewall, where it sits at our network perimeter between the internet facing the DMZ and our internal systems. So as shown above on our diagram, it inspects all traffic and blocks all the unauthorized connections. So without this, external attackers could send malicious traffic directly into our network where customers' data are stored. Second, we have the IDS IPS Cisco Firepower, where a firewall alone can't catch everything. It is sophisticated. Attacks can slip through using traffic that looks legitimate. So our IDS IPS provides a second layer of inspection inside the network where it detects attack patterns and even after the firewall. So without this, an attacker who bypasses the firewall would operate undetected. Third, we have the VLAN segmentation. So as shown in the diagram above, we divided the network into 6 VLANs: tellers, finance, IT, HR, ATMs, and also the guest Wi-Fi, where each of them are logically isolated. Beyond the technical design, our architecture is grounded into 4 ethical principles. So first, we have the customer privacy, where our bank collects highly sensitive data, such as IC numbers, addresses, salaries, transaction history, and under Malaysia's Personal Data Protection Act 2010, we have a legal and ethical obligation to protect this data, collect only what's necessary, and never use it beyond its purpose. AS256 Encryption and RBAC enforce these technically. Secondly, we have the responsible employee monitoring. So our SIEM monitors all network activity, including staff actions, creating a tension between security and employee privacy. We resolve these through transparency. So staff are informed through a clear, acceptable use policy that monitoring exists for security purposes, not to micromanage them. Okay. Covert surveillance would be unethical. Transparent monitoring is responsible. Third, we have fairness in access control. So giving it someone more access than their role requires isn't just a security risk, but it's an ethical failure. Our RBAC system ensures every staff member can only do what their job requires, protecting both customers and the organization. Finally, the professional responsibility. So if a data breach occurs, a bank has an obligation to notify the affected customers promptly and not to hide it. Security systems must be regularly patched and any penetration testing must be properly authorized. So in summary, I would say Pinnacle Bank's architecture is not only technically sound, it's ethically grounded as well. Monitoring exists to protect, not to surveil. Access control enforces fairness and not to distrust. And when things go wrong, professional responsibility demands transparency. So all of these principles from the foundation of responsible security management under the Malaysia's PDPA 2010. Right, thanks.
Next, I will explain the implementation considerations for our proposed solution. To deploy this architecture in real banking environment, the implementation would be carried out in several phases. First, secure multi-protocol label switching, or also known as MPLS. Connections will be established between the headquarters in Kuala Lumpur and the branch offices in Penang and Johor Bahru. This is to ensure reliable communication. Next is the virtual local area network, also known as VLAN. Segmentation will be configured to separate departments such as finance, HR, IT, and operations, reducing the risk of unauthorized access and limiting the spread of cyber threats. The bank will then deploy the key security technologies, including firewalls, intrusion detection and prevention systems, VPNs, and also encryption mechanism to protect sensitive data. To strengthen access security, multi-factor authentication, or also known as MFA, and role-based access control, also known as RBAC, will be implemented so that employees can only access resources relevant to their jobs responsibilities. In addition, a security information and event management, or also known as SIEM, solution will be used for continuous monitoring and real-time threats. Finally, regular cybersecurity awareness training will be conducted to help employees identify phishing attacks and follow security best practices. Through these implementation steps, we can know that Pinnacle Bank can maintain a secure, reliable, and resilient banking environment. Lastly, I will conclude our presentation. In conclusion, our proposed network and information security architecture will provide Pinnacle Bank Berhad with a secure, reliable, and scalable banking environment. Our design combines strong networking technologies with multiple security controls, which includes network segmentation, firewalls, encryptions, access control mechanism, and continuous monitoring. These measures help protect the bank against major cyber threats such as phishing attacks, ransomware, insider threats, and unauthorized access. The proposed solution also supports with Malaysia's Personal Data Protection Act, or PDPA, and Bank Negara Malaysia security requirements, ensuring that customer information is handled responsibly and secure. Overall, this architecture helps maintain customer trust, protects critical banking assets, and ensures smooth banking operation all across the